Hey guys, this is Nico with JourneyOM, and here for another question. And that is one that we often get to is what happens on journey day? What does a journey day look like? So, wow, there are some commonalities, there are a few differences depending on the guide. So I'll talk in general in commonalities, okay? So uh, typically it's a day journey, and you will be asked to come in on an empty stomach. Worst case, you can have a coffee or something 3 hours before your dose, um, and you will be asked usually the days before, the 2 or 3 days before, to have a gentle diet, not only food, uh, so maybe vegetarian or something close to that, something light. Also, no alcohol or substances before. 3 days before, preferably more longer than that, but it's up to you. And so you come in hopefully rested. Although a lot of people are antsy and anxious on the day before the journey, and they find it hard to find some time to sleep. But anyway, you show up around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, depending on the guide, and then you'll spend probably the first hour or so getting acclimated with the guide. We talking about your intentions for the journey. Maybe do some meditation, some clearing of the space, and kind of get into a space of relaxation. That's kind of the idea there, and in place of trust with a guide. So you'll be talking about acceptable ways of touch, and maybe rehearsing those so you feel comfortable about what could happen during the journey before the journey. Then you'll take your dose, and usually the onset of the medication is half an hour to 45 minutes. So sometimes you'll be alone during that time, just kind of in your thoughts, maybe put a mask on, um, and often the guide will be with you, and maybe you'll be talking or whatnot. And when the medication, or sorry, the medicine comes on, you'll be encouraged to put your mask on and to go inside and really to live the experience. Throughout the day, you may need to go to the bathroom, and depending on your state, your guide will help you go to the bathroom and wait for you outside. Um, and you can, be up, and you can sit down, you can lay down, you can dance, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt anyone. That's the goal here, yourself or the guide or the space. There'll be music playing, and sometimes the guide will be playing music, will be singing, will be playing an instrument. Sometimes they will play a playlist. They will be DJing, finding different musics that would be good for you, and uh, you'll live through the experience. And I've talked about some of that in some of my other videos. It may be very active. It may be very quiet, depending on again your intention and what you're doing that day. And then towards the end of the experience, as you kind of land, the guide will often provide some food for you to replenish yourself. And yeah, I think that's after all of that, once you feel ready to back to normal or back to baseline, if you will, it'll be time for you to go home and have someone to pick you up. That's always the go-to. That's part of the harm reduction aspect of things. We don't want you to drive. You will not be in a space to drive, trust me. And often the guide will check in with you towards the end of the day, maybe by text or give you a call, find out how you're doing. And you cannot expect to sleep very well that night. Most people don't. That's normal, especially if you do MDMA. Mushroom can be a little bit different, but MDMA is kind of will wreck your next night's sleep most likely. But that's okay. You just go to sleep as normal and try to find some sleep, and then usually the day after, it's usually great to do that when you don't have to work the next day or the next 2 days, so you can really spend some time uh, feeding into the experience and in your thoughts and learning from it, and start to integrate. So yeah, that's what happens on journey day. Hope that was helpful to you, and And as always, have a great day and send any questions you have for us. Take care. Bye bye.